And now your employer is as old enough to be your child a couple times. And the manners are so different. First, you give up your business, you go work for someone, so you have to now humble yourself and kind of dumb down your experience to go into this suit, this umbrella, right? And then to feel the constant daily disregard and disrespect for your work, for your stature as an adult woman who has had this experience. There's all of this stuff. Then you deal with harassment. Takes on different forms, okay? It could be just the irritating boss who picks on you all day. And then you have to turn your body inside out because you have to stay humble. You have to honor the fact that this is your earning. I'm in a suit where my business, my work is connected with my clients, with people. So I have to suck up the pain I'm having under this umbrella and put out professional, loving, care, clean, universal energy to take care of my clients. I have to make them feel welcome and protect them from the pain that I'm having working under these people that I work for, right? So now, I need to start afresh. I need a new place to go. I have not the means to do it, which is why I've still been there. All these clients, 95% are saying, oh, we'll go wherever you go.
Because they trust you and not the company.
And they show up for me. They're not showing up for the company. Does the company honor that? So feeling this kind of displacement, right? After having accomplished all that I have and not having the business acumen and the respect for where I've come from.
Exactly.
And what I've established over 8 years with these people, and having the company honor that and respect that. It turns you inside out, like literally. And then it's terrifying to put myself in debt. I'll need probably $100,000 to go and open up my own store now and to start my own business.
I think it's $2,500
at least to start.
Yes,
right.
Or that's
And if I end up for the space that I need, all of these things I have to take into consideration. So talk about depression. Talk about walking in eggshells in your job. Talk about showing up for your clients every day, having to meditate my way through every appointment. Some I welcome, some I don't. And setting boundaries with the company itself and having them disregard that. Being undermined. It's not your clients, it's ours. You see the subliminal messages.
Exactly.
You don't tell us what your schedule is. We tell you. I mean, the disregard for me and what I deliver, it's so frightening. And now to know that I have a responsibility and ethics pushes this responsibility where I have to take care of my clients despite what's going on in here. I have to shield them from it. Sometimes they already know about it because they get the feedback with the front desk, or they get frustrated by the front desk and they bring that into the room to express to me. And I'm now muzzled. I feel now that I'm muzzled. I cannot speak because nobody's listening. And because I'm muzzled, I can't speak up for them. And I'm in a position in the company to speak for others. So again, I'm muzzled. I can't speak for the other people who work with me, and I can't speak for the clients because nobody's listening, right? So that is like, how do I get out of this scenario? How do I make this better? And the only way I feel like that can be made better is if I go on to create my own space and welcome those people who would follow me. And then I'm living more of my truth and what I feel like my spiritual assignment is, what my purpose on this planet is, to take care of these beings one at a time, right? So it's a little frightening what to do. And then you toss in having all of this work experience, and then it's so much that it doesn't fit on one page on my resume. You're still at a place where your resume fits on one page, right?
Somewhat, yeah.
Right?
I dealt with a lot of kids, so maybe they'll take up space. But yours is definitely
long. 17 years law firm, 13 years as a therapist, and in between all these other things. So I have all this and business ownership and all the skills that goes with business ownership, having owned 2 companies. So all of that having to fit on a resume and then show up, and the person interviewing me is 19 to 21 maybe 25 years old, and they take one glance at your resume and one glance at me and decide that I don't qualify for what they're offering. And I'm thinking, I could be your mama 3 times. You know, and I'm thinking everything I'm bringing, the frustration and the fright of having to take my resume and to go have an interview. And I've gone through it. I even to capitalize on my 17 years law firm. Now you can't just walk in and say, I can do your typing and your word processing. You can't just go up and do that. There's no way. And then the putting your application online, that's making me nuts, because who is looking at it?
That's true.
And nobody's responding, right? When you have to go on Indeed or one of these other places, and you don't know. Many times your very employer is scouting to see who is looking to get out of from where you are, right? So there's no protection. Gone are the days when I could just put on a nice suit, grab my resume and a thing, and fix myself up nice and walk into an office and say, who's your HR person? I'm looking for a job, and I know you're not expecting me, but here's my resume. Yeah. Gone are those days. So terrified. How do I get out of that? So the constant flow of this into depression. Now all I want to do is hibernate in my apartment. And I make no money there. I got to pay the bills. And like you, I got to pay it all by myself. So how do I make that money? And take care of myself?